Is Tiffany's content, and we're going to talk about that magnitude 6.1 earthquake that shook the west coast of Cuba. Okay, we felt it all the way here in Florida. I'm in the Tampa Bay area, and I definitely felt the ground shake. Okay, it's an undescribable feeling, but I felt it going all the way through my body. It went through three countries. Okay, Mexico felt it, Cuba felt it, and also the United States, Florida, we felt it here, okay? It was a 6.1 earthquake, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly why I think that earthquake occurred, okay? So it was definitely right there on the west coast of Cuba, 6.1 magnitude, right underneath Florida. Even the Keys, I'm sure they felt some shaking over there too, but it's on that reverse fault, okay? It's right between that North American plate and the Caribbean plate. So it's right there on that subduction zone, okay? It's definitely right there where that Cayman Trench is, near the Cayman Ridge, right where that Niagara Rise go and the Cayman Ridge meet, okay? So it's a rock that's kind of blocking it, and it's a subduction zone that's kind of making everything shake. And we actually felt the transition, the reverse fault. So you're going to see one side of the earth moving this way and the other side moving that way. So it's definitely some things that happen in the ocean, okay, that we can definitely explore more in some more videos. You're going to hear some summer fun in the background, so don't even worry about that. We're getting straight to this weather. And again, I'm going to tell you exactly why I think this happened in Cuba. Now, we're taking a look. We're going to see exactly where it is in the Gulf of America that it hit, okay? Now, it is surrounded by three areas of tropical waves, okay? Two tropical storms and like a wave that's trying to form. But that is why I think that hit in Cuba, okay? It's surrounded by those waves, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. And since then, we have several other earthquakes that occurred as well too. But you can see it right there on earthquake on the U.S. government website. You're going to see exactly where it hit. Now, these are the tropical storm Christina that's out there and Boris that's out there, right on the other side of where that earthquake hit, okay? So this is why I think that the earth just shook. It's so much things going on around it that it just like broke, okay? And especially since it's on a reverse fault, you're gonna see that that subduction zone just starts sliding through. That rock is blocking it, okay? And it's moving. The earth is moving, okay? You can actually feel it growing, and that's exactly what we felt. So you're gonna see Christina, how it formed yesterday. Boris actually is starting to become a post-tropical storm, but they were on the rise together, okay? They formed together, and actually Boris formed first, and then Christina formed, and that is exactly why I'm assuming that that earthquake hit in Cuba, because it's surrounded by a bunch of things that's going on, okay, in the ocean, okay? So we're talking about things that's going on in the ocean, underneath the ocean ground, okay, that we don't even know about. So we're trying to see exactly why these things are happening, and I'm picking up on some good things, okay? So we're looking at Zoom Earth right here, and you're going to see right by Nicaragua, you're going to see Tropical Storm Christina formed at a 45 miles per hour, and Boris is right there by Acapulco, Mexico, and it definitely was about 45 miles per hour. And right on the other side is where we're going to see that earthquake hit. On the other side of that is Cuba, and right here is the East Pacific Ocean. But right there in that central and that Gulf of America is where that earthquake definitely hit. And I'm going to show you that there near Havana on the west coast, and we can feel that break all the way up to Florida, okay? So you're going to see a lot of things happening over during this hurricane season. A lot of times it's going to pick up like tropical storms and waves, but it could be an earthquake, okay? It could be a tornado. It can be tornadic activity, and we see that a lot. See, this is Tropical Storm Christina. It's definitely right there by Nicaragua. Look at how intensive it is. It's even more stronger now as it's trying to go up through that, coast. It's trying to make sure it makes landfall with a strong amount of windfall, okay? So just make sure that you're aware of that. Check your local listings if you're in that area, okay? You're going to also see that there's a lot of things going on along that coast as well. Boris is up there, like I told you before, and you're going to also see that they're both putting on a big impact. It's like it's on ocean floor, just like breaking. And I told you, you can see it all together. Boris, Christina, where that earthquake hit, and look at even over there, right over there by the Cayman Islands and Jamaica. You're going to see even more areas of tropical storm moisture. And even the lights was out in Jamaica. I heard that they had a total blackout over the weekend. So you just got to remember that that earthquake hit right there in the Gulf of America, and on the other side of it, look at all this commotion that's going on. It's a lot of things that's going on. A lot of that El Nino, that warm water, definitely subductions on. It's right on that tectonic plate, between two tectonic plates, actually, the North American plate and that Caribbean plate, and it's breaking up right there through that subduction zone. So if you can see during the hurricane season, a lot of those hurricanes start whipping up right in that same exact area. They start spinning even more. The winds start picking up even more right in that Gulf of America area where that earthquake hit at yesterday, June 8th, okay, in Cuba, and we felt it all the way in Florida. And I'm going to show you just how significant it is and how important it is to understand what we're looking at, okay, and where these things are happening, okay. So again, we got Christina, how much amount of moisture that she's picking up, that's the amount of rainfall, and look at how intense that is. That can cause a lot of flooding, a lot of mudslides, definitely a lot of mudslides and flooding, okay. So just be aware if you're in that area. Boris as well. Boris is up there. It's a post-tropical. It said it was going to be going away Tuesday, but it looks like it's starting to form Tuesday night, but it looks like it's starting to go away already. But you're still going to feel those after effects, those flooding. A lot of that is the worst time, the after effects, those rises and things like that, okay. So you're going to have to be aware that there's a lot of things going on in the ocean right now. On the beginning of hurricane season, even though the Atlantic side have not had any named storms, we have two named storms on the Pacific side already, okay. Actually three. We had Amanda, Boris, and now Christina. So that's three named storms on the East Pacific side, okay. And you're going to see in my shorts that I've already posted those as well. So just make sure you're tuning in, you're staying connected. I want to show you just where that we felt that in Florida as well. And I think that this is why everything is breaking up. And I told you where that subduction zone is, right there on that west coast of Cuba. And we're going to be able to show you exactly where we felt it, okay? And I'm going to give you some breaking news. Just listen to this. If you don't believe me, I'm going to show you just how we felt it in Florida.
Shaking, and as a precaution, the county government building in downtown Miami was evacuated.
Local 10's Byron Tollefson is live in Miami with the breaking details. Byron?
Clark Government Center reportedly evacuated because of that earthquake off the coast of Cuba. Let me step out of the way so you see what's behind me here. We have this area taped off. We still see many Miami-Dade sheriff's deputies on scene. The area taped off outside of the Government Center. A lot of people continuing to wait outside as well. Sky 10 hovering above this building on Northwest 1st Street around 3 o'clock this afternoon. On the ground, we were there as deputies started putting up tape around the outside of the building. Deputies were turning people away from going in. We're told this building was shaking because of that earthquake and then evacuated as a result. The city of Miami says the seismic activity from the earthquake was felt in several areas across the city, but no significant injuries or major property damage have been reported. Here at the Government Center, we've been told that both the Metro Mover and Metro Rail stations have been closed. We saw lots of frustrated commuters waiting outside.
And you can see that it even started evacuating. They even started evacuating in Miami. And I'm going to show you once again that subtropical area where a lot of things happen. But you're going to have to be aware that we definitely make sure that you are staying tuned to Tiffany's content, okay? And just make sure that you're watching where all this is occurring. So like I told you, they even evacuated in Miami, okay? So make sure you're staying tuned to Tiffany's content. I'm going to keep you updated on why all this craziness is happening in our ocean. I'm going to also keep you updated on the weather. It's Tiffany's content. Like, share, subscribe.